Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. Today I'm going to test out the Tesman. I'm testing test gear, which is kind of an interesting thing to do. But I wanted to show you how this thing works, and the reason why I'm outside to start with is because I want to show you the kind of solar conditions we're working with today, because we're going to be testing out solar panels, solar charge controllers, batteries, and battery load devices with this clamp-on amp meter. So let's show you the overcast and get inside the studio where it's nice and warm because it's cold and breezy outside today. First, we're going to need to get the tool out of the package, obviously, but it does come with this nice little carrying case here. And inside the carrying case, you get some decent multimeter probes, because this is also a multimeter and not just a clamp-on amp meter. They have the nice little covers on them. You get the temperature probe and the tool. Let's get to work. Okay, let me introduce you to my supporting cast here. We have the Power Queen 30 amp solar charge controller. We have the MFJ, may they rest in peace, power pole distribution block. I've got a 30 amp fuse on the input and it's a 30 amp charge controller, so we're safe all the way down. And then we have a couple of other fuses here to protect other things. I've got the battery plugged in, which is the Redodio 165 amp hour lithium iron phosphate smart battery. There'll be a review on this battery on the channel coming up soon, so make sure you're subscribed for that. And we have an electronic load device up here, and this thing here is really slick. It is a fantastic tool. I just finished doing a capacity drain test on this. We pulled 170 amps out of 165 amp hour battery, and she was a champ. There's a couple of things that are going on here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this screen, so I'll just tell you what's on it. This one up here says 13 volts going from the charge controller to the battery. This is also connected up next to the battery on these power poles here, and this one's reading 12.9. So you're going to see some different numbers around here, which is kind of what I want to show you today. We have the ability to test power coming in from the solar panels. These are two 200 watt solar panels in parallel on the roof of the RV. We can test the power coming from the charge controller into the distribution block. We can test the power going into the battery, and then I can put a load on this and I can test all of this with how much power I'm pulling out into the load device. And this can pull out a maximum of 10 amps. This can deliver over 100 amps, and this thing here can deliver 30 amps from the sun. And if you do some quick math, 400 watts of solar at 24 volts rated will tell you how many amps the solar panels can produce. But we can do some stuff here. So this is telling me that I'm getting 4 amps from the lousy solar conditions that I showed earlier, 28.8 volts, 29 volts, and that's the thing about all of this voltage stuff. 24 volt panels have a 32 volt open circuit, so they're going to do somewhere around 24 volts plus or minus. None of these numbers anywhere in this sequence are going to be 100% on. So when it says 30 amps, you're going to get 30, 31, 29. It depends on the sun. You might even get down to 4 like we're getting today. When this thing here says 10 amps of draw, it's going to be pulling 9.997 or 10.001. When this thing says 12.8 volts, it's going to give you 13 volts. It's going to give you whatever, and that's where a tool like this comes in. Oh, hang on, I'm going to get yelled at. Should have done that earlier. Sorry. So what I'll be able to do is, besides all the regular DC, AC, volt ohm meter stuff and the temperature probes, look at that screen, that's awesome. I can do a bunch of stuff. It just ran through its calibration. I can do a bunch of stuff and figure out the amperage that's going on here. So let's get into that. So one of the cool things about this is you don't really have to do any thinking about it. It does say on it that it is an AC DC clamp meter, and you're going to have to be really certain when you pick one of these guys up for DC work like this that it is a DC clamp meter, because the AC clamp meters are going to read wrong if you try to clamp some DC stuff onto it. Okay, so now that I've shown you the whole works, let's do some testing. Let's say I want to verify how much power is coming out of my solar panels. If I put it across both wires like that, you're going to have some trouble. And all y'all ham radio guys are just looking at this going, yep, I know exactly what he's talking about. This is now what we would consider a balanced transmission line. We're putting power in to the wire and we're taking power out of the wire, and the two numbers cancel each other out. So this thing can't figure out what to do. It's just dead, and it's supposed to be. That's how that works. I can only do one at a time. So if I put it on just one, it's trying to figure it out in auto mode, and it did. I think this wire here is giving me some grief. There we go. Yeah, 2 amps, 2.3 amps, 2.4 amps. Let's get up here. 3.4 amps coming in, and this is the black wire, the negative wire, so minus 2 amps. That makes sense. Like I said, those numbers are never going to agree. All right, let's put this on the hot wire. 1.9 amps coming in from the solar panel. All right, awesome. Now we can check the battery. What does the battery see? And again, if we put it over both wires at the same time, it don't know what to do. So let's do just the black wire, and that's minus 4 amps. Okay, now we're starting to see the truth of the matter. The amperage that it was showing is the amperage from the solar panels, not the amperage going to the battery. Because now, I hate that that switches back to voltage all the time. Stay where I told you. So 4.2, 4.2 on the negative side. Is the positive side in agreement? 4.09, 4.2. Close enough. All right, I like that. Now, let's check out our load. There should only be voltage on here and no amperage. And since this is an amp meter, it should see nothing, and it's hunting. You can see all the different functions that it has across the top in this arc here. The first four, the green, you can see it's amperage, voltage, resistance, continuity. Amperage, voltage, resistance, continuity. It's going to automatically figure it out. If you're going to use this for continuity mode, take it out of auto mode. I mean, it'll work, don't get me wrong. But if you're doing a couple of quick tests here and there, it's going to take it a minute to latch on that you want continuity and then tell you what the continuity is. So what you want to do instead is put it into manual mode by hitting the function button a couple of times, and now it is in manual mode for continuity. Plug your probes into the bottom and get to work on quick continuity tests. Let's get back to auto mode, which is a long press on the big red button at the bottom. And you can do a couple of other things. You can check out inrush. We might do that in a future video. Max and min calibrations and all kinds of stuff like that. And you can see up here on this chart all the different things that it can test. AC DC amperage, AC DC voltage, ohms, continuity, diode, frequency, capacitance, temperature, and a non-contact voltage. All right, so here's where the fun comes in. We have, how many amps coming in from we have 4 amps coming in from the solar, 4 amps going into the battery, but what if we put a load on it? So this guy here, I can dial up. So we have 4 coming in, we have something in there. I'm gonna move this to 2. So we're showing 1 amp is where I am currently set to on the amperage side of the house for testing. So we're pulling in 4 amps. I'm gonna set this to 2, so we're pulling out 2 amps. We're pulling out half of what the sun is providing. Now I'm gonna hit the go button. That goes to on, and that's not terribly much of a load, so the fan didn't spin up at all. But I'm going to take my clamp meter again, and I'm going to clamp it onto the negative side, and we'll see 2 amps coming out. Like we said, that says 2.14. That's great. And then let's see about the positive side, if we can get in there. 1.83. Okay. And then switch this back to amperage. 4.5 amps coming out. 2 amps coming from the solar panels at 24 volts, and then 2 amps going into the battery. So here's where this gets really interesting. Let's turn this off, and 4 amps going into the battery. So half of the load was going to the DC load, and half of the load was going to the battery from the solar panels. That's actually really interesting to know. Turn it back on, and this drops back down. So one of the things that we can't tell with this kind of equipment, the delta that I showed you on the battery when we had the load running, was 2. Was that because there was 2 amps going into the battery and 2 amps coming out of the battery? Or was that because there was 4 amps going into the battery and 2 amps coming out of the battery? Let me rephrase that. The solar panels are putting 4 amps into the system overall. Where is the power from the load coming from? Is it coming directly from the battery, or is it coming from the overall system? So before I turn the load on, there is 4 amps coming from the panels into the battery. When I turn the load on, is it 4 amps coming from the panel and 2 and 2 going to the battery and to the load? Or is it 4 amps coming from the panels and going directly into the battery and then 2 coming back out? This thing can't measure what's going in and what's going out. It can only measure what it sees on the wire, which could be +4 - 2 equals 2. +4 from the solar panels going into the battery, -2 going out to the load. So fun stuff. I got you covered with a link down in the description below if this is something that you think you might be able to use. Tesman has been some really affordable gear. I've done some other reviews on their stuff on the channel. It works, and for the price, it is kind of just what you need. It's not fancy, expensive fluke gear, but for hobbyists like us, something affordable and approachable like this is perfect. How would you set this up so that you could test out where the power is coming from that's going to the load? From the battery, or from the solar panel, or from both, or from the system? But either way, I really like having this test set up here so that I can share different solar controllers, batteries, and inverters with you guys in the future as they come in for review. And this wall is going to evolve. I've got circuit breakers that I need to add and bus bars that I need to add and a couple of other things. I've got a shunt coming out. So be sure you are subscribed to the channel, because I'm on a mission this year to get to 100,000 subscribers. And doing cool stuff like this is how I think that we're going to get there, because this was actually pretty interesting to see. If you like stuff like this, if you like testing out different electrical equipment, especially clamp-on amp meters like this, I have another video about a different clamp-on amp meter. It's going to cover me up. I can't do that. Right over here. It's still going to cover me up. Right over here. There we go. I did it right. About a setup of parallel and serial solar panels and how the amperage and current flows when you switch from 12 volts to 24 volts to battery power to solar power to charge controller, stuff like that, as you rearrange the panels in series and parallel. So take a look at that. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.